enough.
Definitely
Well,
agree. You got to get through 79 to
okay.
get to 30.
Well, no, you got to close above
I know what
that,
you're saying.
sir.
I know
Period.
what I know what you're saying.
Okay, and that price action will not be wrong. You will not break above 30 until you break 79 pennies, and then you will go above 30, and then the next high will be the next area to cover will be 30.55. Whoops, I did something happen here. Okay, so that clicked it back. All right, so we made highs on human genome and we were live right here and now. That's what that trade's about. The rest of the market's going down. We own 4,000 shares of it. We had 7. We trimmed it to 4, but we're below the market. The increased money flow is happening. The approval for lupus is upon us. It was a very manipulated process from the 2010 era. We have complete coverage on human genome and the company. And MMTs, don't be breathing in a microphone when I'm doing a live video on a breakout. Okay, because people don't want to hear that. So what I want people to understand clearly here is that it was a matter of time. If you go through all of those live coverages and biotech analysis and trade management and how the big money manipulated it, because they did. And the shorts at a certain point are going to get out, and there's lots of talk. Mr. Schubeck, can you update me here? Let me put up the human genome chart. Could you update me on human genome as far as what human genome is doing?
Yeah, well, everyone knows they got approved for Benlysta, and it's been released, and the next event is this Thursday, 1 p.m. New York, where they are going to have a meeting talking about, the release and acceptance of Benlysta and how it's been hitting the market, and to revise numbers. And it's an analyst meeting, and they'll be answering several questions from forward-looking products in the development pipeline, their new partnerships and ongoing partnerships, and they're expected to address talks about buyout.
Oh, can you tell me about the buyout process? See, you got to 74 pennies. You did not clear 79 pennies. Keep going, sir.
Yes, they're expected to address the situation, whether they will be looking towards a full buyout with Glaxo or other, or whether they plan to have their business model as independent. Those are expected to happen. As everyone knows, they had the management's head of HGSI had meetings last week on the 5th and 6th with RBC Capital, private meetings.
Private meetings?
Who knows what was discussed?
Oh, my goodness.
In that sort of sense, analysts have come out and maintained their strong support of human genome science. And we expect to see some more updates on the 14th, 1 p.m., 3 hours before the market closes on this Thursday, Eastern Standard Time.
I didn't know that. So do you think that there would be truth to that buyout, that rumor that you've been reading around the internet? Or do you think that people have been going and watching the stockmarketfunding.com commentary since the middle of 2010 on human genome and have finally come to the truth that our analysis is correct, true, and accurate before the fact, not after the fact, and during the processes is that they have met every one of the SMF biotech management, risk management endpoints? Yes or no?
Yes, they have. Yes, they have. And despite massive market manipulation on the level that we've seen it unprecedented, we have not skipped a beat.
That's exactly true. And the thing about it is, it'll come clear to people at a later date, because it will. And once again, when it's up there around the 42 to 45 handle, later in time. I didn't say that was today, so don't say, oh, he said it's going to 42. I never said that. I said over time it'll come clear to you at a later date at those prices. And that day will come. and it will be clear to you at that time. Human Genome Sciences, breaking out with the broader market breaking down. If you take a look at where all of the indexes are, you can see right here we're down 136 points. We're in a major market reversal, and we have a nice position that's working its way higher. And the same thing through the earnings season is we're going to be looking for undervalued stocks, even though with the current environment that the media is playing out around the world and all of that, and those public models, is that there's still value to be found. You just have to know how to find it. This is not a market maker trade, so let's be clear about that. It's a SMF Pro Power Management trade, meaning it throws a good left hook. $6.2 million and climbing up to the $74 handle. Did not break 79 pennies, has to retrace. What we're starting to see is a price expansion in our brain, the delta. So in the SMF model, naturally, Human Genome Sciences is going to have a teeny expansion, because when you take up the low of the ratio of 28.42 to 29.74, you were up 35.38 teenies on the day, which gave it a net gain of 35 teenies. It's only 3 cents a teeny. But nonetheless, it equaled this right here, $1.15 positive debit ratio.